Men, listen carefully. Right now, there are girls in your life at work, at the gym, maybe even in your own friend circle who secretly like you. They're dropping signals, subtle hints, quiet invitations. But here's the brutal truth. Most men don't see them. You assume she's being friendly. You tell yourself she's just nice. You convince yourself you're imagining it. In reality, she's testing the waters, sending silent messages that scream, "Notice me, pick me, claim me." And if you miss them, she moves on. That's the harsh truth nobody warns you about. Women rarely confess directly. They don't come out and say, "I like you." They leave clues, little openings, and if you're too slow, too blind, or too insecure to act, another man takes your place. We live in a culture that tells men, don't assume she likes you. Don't be too forward. Don't mistake friendliness for attraction. That's a fair warning, but it's only half the story. If you always play safe, you'll miss reality. Women don't express interest the way men do. Men are direct. If you like her, you ask her out. Simple. Women are wired differently. Biology and society shape them to be subtle, because throughout history, they risked more when they revealed attraction. So they developed a hidden language of attraction, a system of subtle cues and quiet behaviors. Unless you learn to decode it, you'll spend your life second-guessing, doubting yourself, and watching opportunities pass you by. Psychologists call this covert communication of attraction. It's the science of hidden signals, nonverbal cues, micro-expressions, subconscious actions that reveal truth long before words ever do. A woman doesn't want to risk outright rejection until she feels safe. So instead of confessing, she drops breadcrumbs. It's not always the clutch hair flip or loud giggle. Sometimes it's a glance that lingers a second too long. Sometimes it's the way she mirrors your movements without realizing it. Here's the truth. The difference between being invisible and being chosen often comes down to attention. The men who win aren't always the tallest, richest, or best looking. They're the ones who pay attention to details others ignore. They see the quiet signs, and they know how to move when the moment is right. So let's go deeper. There are 8 powerful, hidden signs a girl secretly likes you. And if you learn to recognize them, you'll never look at women's behavior the same way again. The first sign is proximity. If someone wants you in their life, they find excuses to be near you. Attraction works like gravity. People orbit what matters. Maybe she shows up in the hallway at just the right time. Maybe she attends the same hangout she never used to. Maybe she chooses a seat closer to you or lingers in your group conversations. It's rarely dramatic, more like a slow gravitational pull. And if it happens consistently, it's intentional. Proximity reduces friction, builds familiarity, and familiarity breeds attraction. The real question isn't, is she around? But is she around me more than she is around others? That's the sign you're looking for. When you notice it, don't overreact. Stay grounded. Be present. Make your presence enjoyable, not desperate. The second sign is in her eyes. The eyes never lie. A girl who secretly likes you will betray herself in her gaze. She might hold eye contact longer than normal, or she might break it quickly, shyly, the instant you notice. Both can signal attraction. Psychologists talk about pupil dilation, the involuntary widening of pupils when we look at someone we desire. It's biology. If you pay attention, you'll catch her looking when she doesn't have to, especially during small, everyday moments. If her eyes lock on yours and she smiles or glances away nervously, that's attraction trying to hide. When you catch it, meet her gaze briefly, hold it for a second, then look away with calm confidence. That's how you reciprocate without looking needy. The third sign is touch. Touch is the bridge between friendship and romance. It can be small, a hand on your arm during laughter, brushing past your shoulder, adjusting your collar playfully. These aren't accidents. They're little tests, openings to see how you'll respond. Physical touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It signals trust and intimacy. The key is context. Is she touching you more often, more warmly, more intentionally than she touches others? If yes, that's a strong signal. The right response isn't to pounce, but to mirror gently. If she touches your arm, you can lightly touch her shoulder during conversation. Keep it safe, respectful, and reciprocal. The goal isn't to pressure, it's to confirm comfort. The fourth sign is memory. Pay attention when she remembers small details about you. Maybe it's your favorite snack, a story you told weeks ago, or something about your childhood you mentioned in passing. When a woman files away information about you, she's invested. Memory equals attention, and attention equals value. She wouldn't store those details unless you mattered to her. If she brings something up, acknowledge it warmly. You remembered that? I didn't even realize I told you. That lets her know you noticed her effort, creating a feedback loop that builds emotional closeness. The fifth sign is mirroring. Human beings naturally mirror the people they like and feel safe with. If she's copying your posture, your tone, even your energy level, that's her brain syncing with yours. It's subconscious alignment. Mirroring creates the sense of being in tune, of being on the same team. If she's doing it with you consistently, it's a clear attraction indicator. The smart move is not just to mirror her back like a robot, but to use it to lead. If she leans in, lean in a little closer with confidence. If she matches your energy, raise it slightly to set the tone. Connection deepens when you lead after rapport is established. The sixth sign is teasing. When she pokes fun, jokes, or playfully challenges you, it's rarely just humor. Teasing is a safe form of flirting. It creates tension without making her vulnerable. Think about kids on a playground, the boy pulling the girl's ponytail because he likes her. Adults do the same thing, just with wit. When she teases you, she's not only seeking your attention, she's testing your confidence. She wants to see if you can handle playful resistance without losing your cool. The right response? Don't get defensive. Smile, laugh, tease her back lightly. That shows you can hold your frame, that you can play without being fragile. The seventh sign shows up in her friends. Attraction rarely stays hidden in her social circle. If her friends giggle when you're around, nudge her when you walk in, or conveniently leave the two of you alone, trust me, they know. Women share everything with their friends, and if she's into you, her circle has already heard about it. Friends are like mirrors reflecting what she won't admit directly. When her group treats you differently, softer smiles, inside jokes, playful setups, that's evidence you're on her radar. The final sign is time investment. Time is the ultimate currency. People make time for what they value. If she cancels plans, rearranges her schedule, or consistently prioritizes you, even subtly, that's attraction. A woman will not repeatedly invest time in a man she doesn't care about. Time is scarce, and if she's giving it to you freely, it means something. The worst mistake men make is ignoring this, assuming it's coincidence. It's not. Consistent prioritization equals interest. Now let me pause and speak directly to you. If you've ever doubted yourself, if you've ever thought, maybe I'm crazy, maybe she's just being nice, understand this. You're not crazy. Your confusion is real because women are subtle by design. Society trained them not to be direct. Biology wired them to test instead of confess. So your doubts make sense. But here's the liberating truth. Once you know these signs, you can stop second guessing. You can finally see reality for what it is. The question then becomes, what do you do about it? Knowing she likes you is only half the battle. The real challenge is being the kind of man who deserves her attraction. That means confidence, groundedness, and leadership. Attraction is like fire. Protect it and it grows. Smother it with insecurity and it dies. So follow 3 rules. First, don't overreact. When you notice a sign, stay calm. Desperation kills attraction. Women are drawn to men who hold their ground. Second, test back. If she teases, tease back. If she invests time, invest some of your own. Show you see her effort, but don't overdo it. Third, lead with clarity. At some point, you have to make a move. Attraction dies in limbo. If she's consistently showing signs, ask her out. Own it. Don't wait for a confession, it rarely comes. So today you have a choice. Keep living blind, or start seeing clearly. Pay attention. Trust yourself. When the signs are there, act with courage. Because this isn't just dating advice, it's survival in the modern world. Most men will never learn this. Most men will keep missing the signals, losing the girl, and blaming luck. But not you. You're here. You're awake. You're taking control.